What's up everybody, welcome back to the second channel guys. Real quick before we do start, if you don't know, I actually dropped an OTBT video last week over on my main channel. It's the first time I've done an Iann video in like 4 or 5 months on the main channel, so if you guys want to check that video out, link to it will be in the description down below, or just make sure to go check it out. But with all this being said, we're going to dive on into today's topic. So if you couldn't tell by the title or the thumbnail, it's not looking good for On to Better Things. Before we do jump on into this, I do want to say that I was about done making videos on Iann, especially for this album at least. I wasn't going to do any more videos until we actually just got the album. I was done doing speculation and theory videos just because it's to the point where the only thing holding this up, it's literally just falls back on Iann. If he would not have done that in the first place, then we could have at least some kind of album at this point, but we're literally over 2 years without an Iann album, which is really just ridiculous if you think about it. I mean, it's not like Iann's music is some kind of longevity type music that is gonna last for years and years to come, and that a whole bunch of hype is building up for this album. Every day that goes by when we're not getting this album, especially by the more time that we're going by, like 2 years right now, it's not helping him at all. It's hurting him. You can't have a long-lasting music career with songs that are only created to hop on the wave or the trend that's currently going on. We obviously saw this with like Lil Skies. Even Skies had huge songs, and he was a mainstream rapper back in like 2017 up until like early 2019. But then he went a long time without releasing music, and while he still has his dedicated and his core fan base, he hasn't had a song that did anything off his last album or the deluxe. And it's honestly, this is just going to happen to Iann. Iann obviously isn't as big as Skies was, and I don't know if Iann will get to that point, but that's just worse for Iann. We've waited longer for this Iann album than Skies waited to release his album, and Iann has less supporters than Skies did. On top of all of this, Iann went into the Discord to basically just tell us like a week ago that he's going to be dropping the cover and track list to On to Better Things on December 3rd, and then he goes into the Discord the same day to say that it's dropping in a few, and then just completely ghosted us and never dropped it. And here we are on December 8th with nothing for the album. On top of all of this, Iann's On to Better Things tour got canceled. Now, this isn't something that I'm going to go out of my way and hate on Iann for, because this happened due to stuff that's out of his control, but I do want to read a brief part of this article that kind of explains why. The article goes on to say that rap artist Iann Dior has canceled his upcoming European tour, and thus a few shows scheduled for February have also been canceled. We asked customers to return all their tickets to the point of purchase. Artist message to fans: due to current restrictions and uncertainty surrounding touring in Europe, I've had to cancel my 2022 Better Things tour dates. I'm absolutely gutted, but keep an eye out because I'll be back soon. Your point of purchase will be in touch with more information. Iann Dior and Live Nation Finland apologize for any inconvenience caused by the cancellation. Now, if this wasn't going to be the one thing that guaranteed we got OTBT in early 2022, there's nothing left. We have had both singles from this album for literally a month now. V12 released in September and Let You released in early November. So we're really approaching a month now where both those singles have been out. They obviously didn't do anything huge streams wise or hit mainstream, so there's no point for us to be waiting this long for the album at this point. Those singles basically gathered all the streams they're going to, and they're going to help the album do the best they can already. So for one, we know that there's no reason that those two singles are holding up the album. For two, we know that Iann's obviously not going to drop in December because there's so much going on in December between Christmas, Polo just releasing, Juice is releasing, Roddy is releasing, A Boogie with a Hoodie is releasing. There is so much dropping this month that obviously Iann was not going to have any time to release this month. So obviously I'm not going out of my way to keep hating on Iann for any of that, but what I am hating on Iann for, and what is annoying me at this point, is that he keeps saying stuff like we're going to get the track list, we're going to get the release date, that this song is going to drop next. He keeps saying all these things that aren't happening, and he's literally just lying about it. He's making it so hard to be a fan of him, especially with the last few things he's released that a lot of people haven't been a big fan of. V12 is alright. I wasn't a huge fan of it. Let You is one of the best songs I've ever heard from Iann, and I think it's a great step in the right direction, and it's a great lead single choice for On to Better Things, but some of the stuff he released beforehand, especially people I know in real life, they're not a fan of it, and Iann is just making it so hard to support him when he's not giving us anything in return. Until we get the actual On to Better Things announcement for the release date or a tour or the track list or the artwork or just anything that's actual news for this album, I'm probably done making videos on this. I mean, unless we get so much news in the Discord or big news that I obviously have to make a video on it, I'm just over it, and I'm really just done talking about him being like the only one that's still excited for this album. I'm obviously still going to be excited for it, and I'm obviously going to be waiting out and holding on until we actually get the album, but until then, I think this is all I really have to say about it. Sorry to leave such a negative vibe from this video, guys. If you did enjoy it, please make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'm sure a lot of you guys feel the exact same way about this that I do, but either way, thank you guys for watching. I will see you in the next video, and I will do my best to make Iann videos when we get actual news, but for the most part, if you don't see an Iann video in a while, this is why. But thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.
Hey Ross, sauce it up.
Lay beats, this go crazy.